Roughrider pride.
Hello folks, she's a cool morning here in Saskatchewan. Nice blue skies, windy though. Hope the wind doesn't get us too bad. Ryder and I are out here. Where are you, Rod? Come here, where are you going? He's off hunting squirrels, but all the leaves are starting to turn here. That's fall, folks. Fall is here. You know what that means. The playoffs are approaching. Yeah, that was my one wish this year before the season started, that we at least make the playoffs. And a home game would be a bonus, but I just wanted to make the playoffs. And we are in there for a chance anyway to make them. There's all sorts of scenarios people go through, like the magic number's 3, of course, but Edmonton playing Winnipeg, be good if Winnipeg won, but my theory on all that is, when you're in, don't rely on anybody else beating somebody else. Win and get in the playoffs on your own. Get this winning streak started here. We got 1, let's make her 2. He's a home game against Ottawa, and they've been hurting lately big time, you know. And they're starting Mazzoli. I don't even know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. He was good in his prime, that's for sure. Like, he was a threat to run the ball big time when he first was around, but he's not as much anymore. And I hope they can just keep him in the pocket, make him chuck, make him throw the ball, pick off a few finally here. We need the defense to step up big time this game. You know, that was the only locking point last game. The D just couldn't stop nothing in the second half. And I guess, of course, Armstead will be ready to roll, I'm sure, playing against his old team. Yeah, that'd be nice to him to see him rock up another 100-yard plus game. And it should be possible. Oh, you find a squirrel, Rod? Where is he, Rod? I don't see him. There's no squirrels. Oh, you did see him. Oh, yeah, that squirrel there. Way to go, Rod. Oh, yeah, Rod. You got him. Yeah, you got a treat. Get a treat for that, eh? Oh, yeah, deal. Anyway, we should be able to run on them. They're missing 3 of their linebackers. The top one is that Santos Knox. He's out. Griffin's out, and Pickett's out. You know, like, that's quite a few guys out, all linebackers and 1 DB. They got an interesting guy starting on the corner for Ottawa, is that CJ Colden. He got cut from the Riders. I like that guy when he was here in camp this year. But they're starting him. That's a new start out there. Plus, they're Ottawa starting 5 Canadian offensive line. They moved one of the tackles, was American, they put a Canadian in there. So maybe we can get the rush on them. You know, right now it's looking like Cox might not play. I don't know, he was sick or something. And that'd be all right. At least we got Lanier back, which is a big plus. And they say Brammer's ready to go. I'm not sure I'd be making any moves to the offensive line from last game unless it's a Canadian. Unless they can get a Canadian to play guard. Ferland's been playing really good up front there. That's Zer and Jones played pretty damn good. And you know, I think they only allowed that 1 sack. Ottawa has a good D-line though. Got a couple really good guys up front there. But I think we should be able to take them. They're a hurting club right now, and missing a lot of guys on defense, that's for sure. And this is the time to take it to them. And Mazzoli, like I said, he's not as mobile as he used to be. So if they can force him to run and stop the run and make Mazzoli throw the ball, maybe we can make some big plays on him. I guess the only other guy that I heard that's hurting, he was listed as possibilities, Revis. I wonder if they'd start Brooks in there, get him off the practice roster. He looked pretty damn good in camp too. I guess the only ad, well, oh yeah, that Pemberton or something like that. He was one of their leading receivers, Ottawa. He's back. They picked him up back off the injured list. He won't hurt him. Have to watch him close. You know, like I said, I don't know like what they'll do with if Revis doesn't start. Maybe, I don't know, they could do something with Henderson there, maybe, I don't know. But maybe they'll put that Brooks in. And the only other one, I guess they'll have to stick with that Busby, because it looks like Ajo, I think he's done for the season. So that's why they picked up that another Canadian. They signed another Canadian receiver. I think he was out of Calgary. Because we don't have anybody left there. That's it. All the rest are hurt. What else happened? Oh, you know what? I don't know. It was yesterday, or they put the fines out. And Emilus got fined for that hit. I talked about that before. That was iffy whether it was even a penalty. You know, whenever some player gets hit hard, I automatically think it must be a penalty. Like, I don't know the definition of that rule, crackback or whatever, but to me it didn't look like it was a crackback. He was coming towards the back, and I mean coming across, same as a receiver going across, same thing, gets hit. So as soon as you hit somebody hard, it was a hell of a hit on the guy. But now flag, I guess you get a flag in this league and look like you might hurt somebody, you're gonna get a fine. Ridiculous. But this is one, folks, we need bad. We need it bad. Home game, and keep some momentum, as we still got a possibility of getting a home field playoff game. Like, especially, you know, if Edmonton beats Winnipeg, and if we can win, you know, the better scenario is if Edmonton wins. I mean, Winnipeg wins, but I'm picking Winnipeg, but I don't know. That Edmonton's coming on strong, and I knew right away that they'd be starting Bethel Thompson. You know, I was surprised there, and plus they're starting Adams, I believe, out in BC. And then of course that Mazzoli one, I knew that was coming, but now they say Drew Brown's injured. I think they made the decision long before he was injured. Yeah, he was starting to toss up more interceptions and touchdowns. That's what I mean. Mazzoli, I think we can get to him, and we need that win. Like BC, they're playing Hamilton. I'm taking BC there. But again, I think I might change that. Like Bo Levi Mitchell, he's starting to become the old Bo of old. He's right up there in most valuable player status. Like, he's actually playing half decent. He still don't run the ball, but he does if he really has to. He doesn't have much rushing yards, but that's nothing new for Bo. but he's been picking off guys pretty good, pretty steady. He's been throwing more completions than interceptions. He still throws a couple terrible ones, but like I said, he's the old Bo, and that can be dangerous. He was a damn good quarterback in his prime. He's so weaselly in the pocket. He just knows which way to dick and dive and stay out of trouble. And same with the other game, last game, Montreal and Toronto. It'll all depend how Kelly plays. Like, he's either crap or half decent. And he's just been, lately he's been crap. I wouldn't doubt if they pull him either. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. So what are they paying big bucks? He's not playing with a damn. That's why I'm picking Montreal there. All the games, you know, the CFL is so damn closely matched right now. It's really hard to pick a team. With Sask, if we can keep up that running game, and that'll drive our offense to the playoffs for sure. And you know, Harris can get some time. You get more time and more options when you have a good running game. And about the only big plus we need is a defense to come up like we started the season. Maybe with Lanier back, we can it'll help things out. You know, they'll be able to rotate him in the inside and outside, as long as Cox can come back. That makes a big difference if you have a fresh old lineman. I mean D lineman. If you have a fresh D lineman, makes a hell of a difference. Poor offense, they don't get to switch out very often, and you get a fresh guy coming in there, makes all the difference. Anyway, that's about it. Don't know if I'll get back to. They still haven't put out who actually is starting for the Riders. Their lineup, I don't even know if Ottawa's out, but I just heard those ones that they're going to go with 5 old linemen, and that Pimpleton's back. Like I said, they're missing a lot of players, and this is the time to take them down here. And with all those guys missing behind the line, the linebackers, we should be able to run the ball pretty decently on them. Anyway, I'll get back to you if there's any major changes that surprise me on the lineup, but I don't think there will be. And just maybe that Brooks inserted in there. I don't know if they're gonna go. Nah, they'll go with the same running system. They won't bring in Hickson as a backup. I kind of doubt it. Can't afford another American in there. Anyway, till next time, go Riders go, and let's beat them Red Blacks big time.